Remember that scene in Friends where Ross and Rachel are in the room and Rachel, they just broke up and Rachel is changing her clothes. So she tells Ross to turn around. And he says, "Why? I've seen everything before." And then she says, "No, come on, it's different." So he closes his eyes and he tells her, "I can see you. I can see you again. I'm seeing you now. I'm seeing that famous scene." Well, I've been thinking about that, not from that perspective, but from a personal life. Everyone has got their own personal scenes that they are the stars of. They are starring in that scene. And this happened to them sometime in their life. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, but you've got certain scenes that are kind of stuck in your mind somewhere and you can use them. So there's happiness, you've got scenes of happiness, you have tragedy, you have failure, you have success, you've got challenges. There are scenes where you were in a tough position and then you got out of that tough position. There were times in your life where you thought that this was the end and this was the end of everything you've built, and then all of a sudden you managed to get yourself out of it. So all of those are moments or scenes in your life that you can remember, that if you were to be talking to somebody, you can remind yourself of those scenes and somehow use it. Some of those scenes are in 8K, some are in 4K, some are in HD, and some of them are in low res, okay? It depends on how well you remember something. And of course, the mind will add certain scenes which never happened, because the mind tends to do that because it doesn't like gaps in memories, okay? But let's focus on the ones that you really remember. So basically, everybody's got a library of life events or scenes. What do you do with them? You need to learn how to use these scenes. You need to use them when certain things happen in your life. Like, for example, I watch Friends, Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm just to feel good. They're no-brainers. I don't want anything but to laugh and repeat, and something that I'm comfortable with. So you need to have your feel-good scenes, all right? Or moments that you can pull out of your memory and use them when you're feeling down. You're going to also need some bring me back to earth scenes where you feel that you're invincible and you're above everybody else. Then you have these scenes that bring you down back to earth. You know, the old saying that goes, life has a way of humbling you down. You need those scenes, you need to use them. So for example, you need to pull a scene when you're facing a big challenge in your life. You've gone through challenges before, or you wouldn't be where you are today. All right? So you can pull that scene and use it today. Or for example, you need to make a tough decision. You've made tough decisions before. Pull back that scene and watch it again and again, as many times as you want, and use that feeling to get you through this tough decision. For example, when close people in your life let you down, stab you in the back, go against you, it's happened before. What did you do? How'd you get out of it? Another example is you were in a relationship, and that relationship that you thought was the relationship ended. What did you do then? How are you living today? How did you get to where you are today? So all of these scenes you can just pull back and use. So what I'm trying to say is, whenever you need a scene where you are the star of that scene, pull it from this library. What do I call this? I call it personal replay wisdom, PRW. And every one of you has got their own PRW. You pull the scene, use it, and let it go. but we all have our own personal scenes. You take care.